put them in a ditch, and Lexi Hull, eat on defense till you're full. The Indiana Fever have officially begun to make moves, bringing Kelsey Mitchell back, Lexi Hull back, pairing them with CC and AB yet again. Now's the time, Kelly. Now
Money Mitch is back, Lexi Hull is back, and the Indiana Fever have officially made it clear that they are going all in on a championship run while Caitlin Clark remains on a team-friendly contract. But here is what is not being discussed enough. This is a one-year window, one season to capitalize before the salary cap reality arrives and everything changes. The clock has officially started ticking.
Reporting, the Indiana Fever have, as expected, sent out a core qualifying offer to Kelsey Mitchell and restricted qualifying offer to Lexi Hull. It officially gives Mitchell a supermax in exchange for exclusive negotiating rights and makes Hull a restricted free agent. The only way the Indiana Fever lose Lexi Hull is if they refuse to match what another...
Let's break down exactly what happened. The Fever extended a core qualifying offer to Kelsey Mitchell and a restricted qualifying offer to Lexi Hull. Now, most fans hear that and think, great, they are both coming back. But the details matter here. That core qualifying offer to Mitchell is automatically structured as a one-year supermax deal, not multi-year, just one season at the maximum salary allowed under the current CBA. And for Lexi Hull, that restricted offer means she can negotiate with any team in the league. However, Indiana has the right to match any offer sheet she signs. Translation, the Fever control her future. As long as they are willing to pay market value, she is staying.
By Sports Illustrated's Grant Young, Indiana Fever make first moves in WNBA free agency. The article goes on. With the 2026 WNBA expansion draft now in the rearview mirror, the focus becomes on free agency. And this is going to be particularly interesting for Indiana Fever fans to follow, given that several of the team's longest tenured players could have been playing for new teams, if the front office didn't feel like it made sense to bring them back. Superstar guard Kelsey Mitchell has spent her entire WNBA career in Indiana after being the number 2 pick in 2018 WNBA draft.
Here is why this timing is so important. Caitlin Clark is currently earning $535,000, that is rookie scale money. Next season, after her second year, she becomes eligible for a supermax extension that could push her salary beyond $1 million annually. The same situation applies to Aaliyah Boston. Right now, both players are significantly underpaid relative to their impact on the team and the league. So the Fever have exactly one season where they can build a strong roster without breaking the salary cap. 1 year where they can pay Kelsey Mitchell top dollar, bring back their core rotation, and still have flexibility to add pieces. After that, the financial situation becomes extremely difficult. You cannot have 3 players on supermax deals along with a competitive supporting cast. The numbers simply do not work.
As well. It appears that things are moving in the right direction when bringing both Mitchell and Hull back. Indiana sports reporter Tony East revealed this with an X post on April 7th that read, "Just in, the Fever have extended a core qualifying offer to star guard Kelsey Mitchell and a restricted qualifying offer to forward Lexi Hull." Now, speaking of Tony East's post, he clarifies in one of his tweets saying, "While I have not seen the new CBA myself operating on last year's rules, the core qualifying offer to Mitchell is effectively a one-year contract at the Supermax."
And this is where front office decision-making becomes critical. Kelly Crawscott and Amber Cox must be thinking championship or nothing for the 2026 season. Because once Clark and Boston receive their extensions, the entire roster structure will change. You are looking at a big 3 taking up nearly 70% of the salary cap, which means the rest of the roster will be filled with minimum contracts while relying on young players to develop quickly. That is not necessarily a bad long-term strategy. Golden State won championships using a similar approach, but it requires perfect timing and flawless roster decisions right now, while financial flexibility still exists.
For a one-year Supermax deal, and you see if you can get it all done this season. Again, Kelly Crawscott, Amber Cox, do the right thing, bring in an Azrae Stevens, and let's get it cracking. As for Hull, this restricted qualifying offer means that while she can still negotiate with other teams in free agency, the Fever can match any offer another team gives her, which would then force her to return to Indiana.
So what should Indiana do with this opportunity? The answer seems clear. Azura Stevens, an unrestricted free agent, is a proven veteran who can stretch the floor, protect the rim, and play alongside Aaliyah Boston without crowding the paint. She is exactly what this roster needs. Consider that starting five. Caitlin Clark at point guard, Kelsey Mitchell providing 20 points per game on the wing, Lexi Hull as a 3-and-D specialist, Azura Stevens at the 4 offering size and shooting, and Aaliyah Boston anchoring the paint. That is a championship-caliber lineup. A team capable of competing with New York, Las Vegas, Minnesota, and any contender in the league. However, there is a challenge. Stevens will receive multiple offers. She understands her value. So Indiana must act quickly and present a strong case beyond just financial terms. Playing alongside Caitlin Clark is the selling point. The exposure, the national television games, and the playoff-level intensity every night. That is what attracts a veteran to Indiana.
Side quest, stop going here and going there and commentating here, doing play-by-play over there, doing an interview over here. Stop it. Get your ass in the fill room, put on post-2024 Indiana Fever game film, see what was transpiring on the second half of that season that had Caitlin Clark run the show, Kelsey Mitchell did her thing, Caitlin Clark did her thing, and this Indiana Fever offense looked high-octane, entertaining, potent, ready to go to work. I don't want to see. This is the thing. This is a lot of gripe with the whole Kelsey Mitchell thing. But we don't want it to turn into Kelsey Mitchell's team. We know she could score. Yeah, she could put the ball in the hoop.
Now let's focus on what happens on the court, because roster construction is only part of the equation. Stephanie White must learn from what worked in the second half of last season. After the Olympic break, the Fever looked completely different. Caitlin Clark was leading the offense, making every decision and controlling the pace. Kelsey Mitchell thrived off the ball, getting clean looks and finding her rhythm without forcing plays. That version of the Fever was exciting to watch. High-powered offense, strong ball movement, and everyone contributing with results that spoke clearly. They went on a run, reached the playoffs, and looked like a team capable of building something special. But there is a concern. White must not overcomplicate things. She cannot attempt to reinvent the system or introduce complex strategies that slow down what was already working. The film is clear. When Clark has the ball, making decisions and creating opportunities, the offense flows. When unnecessary movement sets are forced or Mitchell is pushed into a primary ball-handling role, the system struggles. Keep it simple. Allow your best playmaker to lead. Surround her with shooters and cutters. Push the pace in transition. That is the formula.
Of Leah Boston, you add there's no reason why that team shouldn't be a championship contending team. There's no reason why a team with Clark, Mitchell, and Boston alone, championship team. You add in a Azura Stevens, we're ready to get to work. Stephanie White, stay the hell out of the way. Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf, tell Stephanie White to stay the hell out of the way.